Hello, goddesses. Welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm coming to you on audio because I wanted to show you this visual, which is the artwork for today's Mindset Monday call. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see there is this little scale that I put on the cover where on one end, on the left side, it is this greenish color, and then on the right side, it goes to red. And I wanted to provide a visual for you for what we're going to talk about today because today's topic is finding your edge. So there's a lot of talk in the social media world and from a lot of coaches that talk about balance, right? How once we achieve balance, then we're all going to be happy and successful and all of this stuff. And I think this is misleading because generally when we are looking to accomplish something really major, something of significance, it typically requires a level of not being balanced. In fact, I don't know anyone who achieved something really, really amazing and really incredible that challenged them in a place of just being balanced. Because where balance would land on this scale is just right in the middle, right? So this like yellowy greenish color is where balance would take us. And when I think of balance, I think of maintenance. When I think of maintenance, I think we're staying where we are. And sometimes that's good, right? Like if you love where you're at, let's say you worked really hard for the last several months and you've reached a place where you're like, okay, I'm so happy here. Like this challenged me. I grew. I am just so thrilled and I'm so happy to be here now and I want to stay here. That is so okay and that is so your right. However, if we're in a place where we still feel like there's growth to do, and we still have goals that we're after, and we can observe that we're not there yet, and these goals still require, a little bit extra from us, then seeking balance will not take us where we want to go. Seeking balance keeps us where we are. Now, I believe that the intent behind this whole balance thing came from not forcing yourself all the way to your edge, to where you are falling off of a cliff, killing yourself to accomplish a goal, to the point where it's not even worth it, to the point where achieving the goal is robbing you of your freedom and happiness. And I think we all have an experience of maybe taking a goal too far, where we are becoming obsessive in not a good way, where maybe our friends and family are like, what has gone into you? Like, you are no fun. We can't do anything with you anymore because you're just like, I don't know what's gotten into you. Or we think that about ourselves. We're like, man, I can't even I don't know. It's just, I don't like who I am. And that's definitely part of it. Like if you describe yourself as a very ambitious woman, this might be familiar to you. This has been familiar to me, where I get so fixated on a goal that I forget that this goal is here to serve me. And I'm killing myself to accomplish this goal, and I'm not even happy anymore. I'm like, fuck this. But I just get so consumed in working towards the goal that I forget that this journey is here to serve me. So what I'm getting at here is it's okay to not be balanced. It's okay if we're hovering towards this red, if we're going back to this scale here. Because if there's a goal that we haven't accomplished yet, chances are it's going to demand a different version of us. We're going to have to grow. We're going to have to get uncomfortable. And seeking balance while seeking a higher level goal, they're usually contradictory. So where I see the sweet spot to be, just observing all of your fitness goals and a lot of other, vegan goddesses that have been part of the vegan goddess universe for the last several years, is where the sweet spot is not at your edge where you are in red, where you are unhappy and this journey sucks and you're constantly looking at the scale, you're constantly checking your progress, you feel like you're never there, you never feel happy. That is over the edge. There's no fulfillment in a journey like that. But typically where we do find fulfillment and challenge and growth is right where you see that little white arrow. It's definitely far past the middle, which is the balance, the maintenance, the middle, where we stay the same. It's definitely past the middle, but notice we are also nowhere near the very edge. So we're finding your edge. This is that line you want to play on, the line you want to dance on, where sometimes it's hard and sometimes it feels easy. And sometimes it sucks and sometimes it's not so bad. And sometimes you have to really work at it and work at it and work at it over and over again until you get it. And sometimes you're like, that felt really easy. We're kind of dancing between the two. So something to consider though is notice we're nowhere near that left side of this scale. Because I don't think anything really great comes from giving lower than our best. And I don't mean your best, like you have to be giving 1,000% 24/7. But if you know you can be giving 100% and you're giving 30, I feel like that's why a lot of people just feel lack of fulfillment in their lives. Because they can be giving more and they know they can, they don't. So anyway, I know that doesn't really apply to you all because obviously you are here for a reason. I don't think anyone that lives in that, bluish green zone on the very left would ever put themselves in an environment like this. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about that because that doesn't apply to you. But what I do want you to think about is where can I push myself to where I'm pretty uncomfortable, but I'm still having fun. I'm challenging myself, but I'm not killing myself. Or this is hard, but it's still enjoyable. Or, just think about it like that. Like, where is that edge of you are challenged, but you are not completely destroying your mindset or physically destroying yourself? So this is that boundary that we want to play on. It's not hard 1,000% of the time. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's fluid, sometimes we feel like we're so in flow, and sometimes it is tough, and sometimes it is stressful, and we're kind of always playing on that edge. And everyone's edge is different, okay? So this meter, that's why there's no words on it or anything, because you know what your red looks like, and you know what that greenish blue looks like. So it's up to you to determine, okay, am I pushing myself to that beautiful orange color, or am I going way too hard on myself? Am I completely robbing myself of an experience that should be a positive one because I'm just going way too hard on this and I'm not letting myself actually feel and be free? Or am I going too easy? Do I know I have more fuel in the tank and I'm intentionally not pushing myself when I know I can? When I know I can get up 30 minutes earlier and prep my food for the day because it's important. Or, I don't have to throw myself on the couch after work because I know that if I do that, I'm not going to get up and do the workout. So it's up to you to figure out where is your edge. And seeking balance is not necessarily the goal. I think accepting the fact that being great will take a level of imbalance and being okay with that, but also figuring out how much imbalance you are okay with. If you have any questions, feel free to message me in the app. Otherwise, I hope this all made sense and I'll talk to you soon.